Hello, hello, hello. I am the PaintedDog, and welcome back to another episode of our city Skylines Let's Play series. I hope you're having a lovely day. My day is actually quite good, thanks. Now, since the last episode, I had to disable a mod for now. I had to disable the toggle it mod, since the buildings didn't render. But after disabling that, it's working again, so it's rendering again, so that's good. So, a quick recap from the last episode. If you can remember, we placed in this area. We didn't follow, or basically, we didn't follow the terrain heights. We didn't respect the topography, but that's okay. Because that happens in real life sometimes as well. And as I see, a couple of assets misbehaving. But we'll sort that out throughout the episode, or at the end of the episode. For now, I think it's time. Let's take a quick peek at our traffic. 84%. But that seems a bit dodgy. I don't see any reds anywhere. So that might just be a little bit of a glitch. But oh, there's orange there. But that's just high usage. That's a bit dodgy. But as I said, we might want to extend this highway and curve it around and connect it up somewhere here. But then that might cause a bit of issues around here. But we can work around that. Later on, if we buy these tiles, which I really want to do, because we have an 81 tile mod, so that's fine. But later on, we can connect up here, around here. And that will be the fastest route. We can always make this a bit slower. But we don't have any demand for industrial, as you can see there, but that's fine. We can always work around that. So for this episode, I really want to extend into this area, maybe make this a park, and then get a road across here, up to here, and yeah, basically extend our residential area. And I really need to upgrade these roads. Maybe add in collision, so I don't delete all the... But I'm going to leave that for now, because I really want the... Where is it now? The bicycle lane road. It will always be the last one you try, hey? But yeah, you know which one I mean, so I'm... Oh, here it is. I'm not even going to bother with that, with upgrading now. We are so close to getting that. So, with that in mind, do we just go rural roads and get this done? I think that might just help us. Because we have to upgrade it anyway. Now we have to go old school with the terrain. Do something like that. I shouldn't have used collision right there. Okay, so that's the basic road up to there, which isn't too bad. I want this to curve around slightly and connect up to there. Can we get a sneaky roadie? Yeah, that's not too bad. I want to use grids, but I also want to stay away from grids if possible in some areas. Go to about there. And let's make a small roundabout. 3 units by 3 units. Just something small to help with traffic. You can always do the same thing in here. That can also help. Just something small. Hopefully that will work. If there's a way to get this tree anarchy and prop anarchy to be off by default, Can you please let me know in the comments? Because at this stage, I quickly looked through the settings, but I couldn't find anywhere. Okay, now where do we want to connect this bit up? Maybe through here. And through there. I don't want to get this isolated, but I don't even want to get this connected up in too many places. Although that can't really be a bad thing, eh? Get that to about there. And now we can maybe swing it around a bit. That's a bit unnecessary. So let's just extend this out to there. You can always extend this road straight over here and get that connected up to there. That might be a thing to do. I think that might be the way to go. So how far is this road? How many units? 10 units. Try and get this as symmetrical as possible. Will we be able to go through there? We will. The guidelines are a bit finicky there. Can't really connect that up to there. Let's use a bit of eminent domain right there. Anarchy is turned off. This anarchy is turned off. But it's just misbehaving. That's not good. But now we can get a couple of pedestrian roads in here as well. I can't remember, will bicycles use these pedestrian roads as well? I can't really remember now from the top of my head. A bit of a crossing in there. I haven't used that in a while. Yeah, that will work. We have crossings everywhere else. Might have wanted to place in something in there, but hey, that's fine for now. Get a bit of walkability in this city. Now in here I really need to do a bit of zoning, so I can't really be placing in those at this time. I'm not gonna bother with not zoning on these roads because I don't think they will get too busy. Famous last words. Now this bit of road, as I said, I don't really want to zone off of it, but I'm gonna leave it because we might want to add in a couple of commercial buildings in there. So for now, what you can do to disable that, so you don't unintentionally zone there, is to do something like this. Yeah, that will work. And I'm not going to leave any spacing between those roads. So let's take that bit off. Go to about there. Now that lines up. Great, great. Now can we get in another sneaky road? Yes, we can. Get that connected up. I don't really want people using this as a... So I'll use the Old Town policy right there. I want to use grids, but I don't really want to get stuck in using only grids. A couple of ways in and out of this bit. There's a couple of pedestrian roads going through here, which is great. And I'm not going to bother with the crossings in here yet, because I still need to upgrade that road. All these roads. Hopefully the sound's not too loud when destroying anything. Destroying the roads. Let's get the road guidelines on again. I want that one right there. I want that one right there. So that's connected up. We have a bit more zoning going on. I might want to add in a roundabout right around there. Yeah, let's just leave it. Okay, so now we have that bit going for us. This looks strange. I don't want this. I want the roads to look as natural as possible. So let's get... Not what I wanted. Let's get something like this going. Okay, not where I wanted to go. Now we can curve this bad boy. Get that to play along a bit better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Now we just need a roundabout of sorts. In here. Okay, we don't have enough cash for now, but we'll get that running. And we also need to place in water pipes. You thought I forgot, hey? Ah, I know you did. But hopefully... that won't take too long to remedy. We don't make a lot of money at this stage. We can do a bit of zoning again here. Don't want to go there because I don't want to demolish that areas now. Something like that. Just for a little bit of zoning. Nothing major, hey? Don't want the demand to totally go down, but I don't want to struggle with this. We need a bit more cash. Let's take a peek there. Yeah, let's go something like that. Okay, so that bit can be a bit raised up. That's not an issue, but the rest, it's fine like that. And now we go free for all. Just to make sure that everything is connected up. Don't want to accidentally zone there, but now I can add in all of these wondrous things. Which we call pathways. That's where it gets finicky. I don't really need to add anything in there. Add in a nice walkway through here around the bay. I think that might look good. With our city burning down. We have a fire station right there. Come on dudes, do your job. Okay, our city park, it needs a bit more entertainment. Let's go in there. How can we easily boost this? Get a bit of that going. Food stalls. I think that's also a nice addition. You know, something like that. Do we have a place for a cannon? We always have place for a cannon. What kind of question is that? I would really like if we could place in these water features. But we don't really have a space for that. Place in a couple of gazebos. What's your entertainment value now? Just over. So I'm gonna leave it. We only need to upgrade that once more so we can get to a level 5 park. So not too shabby, eh? This really eats into our cash. We need to get something that makes us a lot of money. That's what I'm thinking. We need an industry here that will help us. I'm thinking maybe forestry. Because we can connect up to the highway here. Maybe curve that around, connect that up later on. I think that might be the way to go. Forestry in here. What's the terrain like? Yeah, right in this pocket. Forestry right there because we can create our own. Renewable energy. Oh, source there. We can curve that highway around. Get a nice interchange maybe in here. A small on and off ramp just for the agriculture or the forestry. Get that connected up. And a nice interchange there. This road might get a bit busier, but hey, that's fine. Because our traffic's not looking too bad. I think that might be the way to go, because we need something that makes us a bit of cash. We can't struggle like this every time we want to do anything. That's not the way to go. That's just gonna cause us a headache in the long run. So if we can go up to there, and everything is zoned in. But we have quite a bit of demand. So I'm thinking let's add in a couple of these buildings around here. And then maybe a couple in here, because we don't really want people living on these bits right there, because it will be a bit of a headache if we were to live there. So I don't really want our citizens to live in that area and struggle with the traffic and all that. Maybe a small residential building. Let's just go big. Okay, now this area is connected up. Hopefully that will spread quite well. There we go. Yeah, that will do. Our weekly income is climbing up, so that's good. You know what? This traffic junction here can stop being something like that. I think that's the way to go for that one. Don't need traffic lights there. You can only turn left. I think everything's set up correctly there. You need to remember to check your in-game junctions. For instance, that's not necessary. You can have normal stop lights or stop streets there, stop signs. Sorry for the stop streets. That's something we call in South Africa, especially in Afrikaans. Stopstrate. Okay, so that's fine. That can be a traffic light. That can be a traffic light. So this area is really not pretty. As you can see, it's a bit off, but I opted to keep it that way because that's how cities in real life will be. It won't all be perfect. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, that's still fine. We have a lot of garbage collection. Our citizens are still happy at this stage. Cemetery usage is not too bad. So that's quite good. Now we can add in a little bit of a park. District, and let's go park. This entire area can be park. I'm making that same mistake again. And you guys didn't stop me. Why not? Okay, no, I didn't make a mistake there. Which is actually quite refreshing. Okay, let's include this entire bay so we can add in a couple of water features as well if we can. Okay, that's good. All good. And in viewing decks and hunting cabins and fishing cabins and all that. So let's get the topography map up. I'll take down the vitals. Let's get a side entrance, a side gates in as well. Because we really need something like that. Okay, I'm gonna go plain roads for now, just to get everything connected up. We can always add in additional pathways later on, but for now, just want to get this road curving around to all of the entrances. And if possible, I want to respect the topography. For instance, here there's no real way to do that, except doing something like that. Still have a couple of weird pathways there, but we can always soften the terrain. That'll do for now. Now we can add in a couple of tents and areas like that. But let's quickly see. Our entertainment is still great. We can leave it like that until we upgrade or get more things unlocked, and then we can add in a couple of buildings. But that's really not too shabby, eh? Making a bit of cash. I don't want this to be entirely commercial, but I think something like that will do for us. Let's get a little bit of commercial in there. Around that bit there as well. Let's de-zone this and let's make this residential. Just a bit of commercial around the areas where entrances are. I think that might be the way to go. And then something like this, we can always do this as commercial as well. This little bit there around this busy intersection right here, because this might get a little bit busy. You know, something like that. We don't have a lot of demand, but we do have some, so yeah, that's fine. don't want the demand to totally go away, because if you build a new area, we want to have people moving in there as soon as possible. But I just can't help it. Just need to be careful and mindful that I don't get a death spiral later on. We can work around the terrain there. And we need to add a couple of buildings in here. See, that's not what I really wanted. So I might take off these buildings around here, because I don't want the terrain to glitch out like that. But we can always soften the terrain a little bit by doing stuff like this. You know, get that softened up and looking a little bit better. You know, something like that. Already looking a bit better. Kind of worrying is that the demand for industrial buildings aren't going up. But yes, I think that will be a good place to call it. As a quick recap, we added in this entire area here. Isn't a lot, but yeah, we did a bit of work. We added in this road going through here. And we have a plan for the next episode or two. Add in a forestry area in here. And connect it up straight to the highway here. With its own interchange and all that. And then we can always curve that around and get that connected up to there. Later on, if we buy additional tiles here, we can connect these two highways up through here. And we'll make this the fastest road. We'll up the speed limit here, and downgrade the speed limit over here. So we don't have to use this as the fastest way. We can use this as the fastest way. But we'll see what we can do. So this is the generic industrial area here. And we'll add in forestry and maybe some oil. Let me just make sure. There's a bit of oil there. There's ore there and there. So there's quite a bit that we can do if we would want to. But definitely forestry. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of our City Skylines modded series. And I hope to see you in the next one. Cheerio.